What is up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? I am here, and I'm here to talk about Ketchikan, Alaska. I have been here for about 2 months almost, and I've done a few different tours, a few different guided stuff. And if you haven't seen my video about the general rundown of Ketchikan, then please feel free to take a look at it. I'm going to link it somewhere over here. But in the meantime, in this video, I wanted to sit down and talk about the tours that I was able to take / the tours that I've been able to see that I think have really made an impact for people and people really seem to enjoy. So if you are finding yourself up here, these are the companies to kind of look out for. Unbiased opinions. So the first one is, there is a company called Allen Marine, and Allen Marine does a variety of different tours. They are primarily water tours, and they kind of take you with the boat and they go to different areas. The one that I took was called the Misty Fjords trip, and personally this was such a top tier thing to do. Why do I say that? Well, one, it's a very long trip. It was about a 5 to 5.5 hour trek. It takes about 2 hours to get to the Misty Fjords via boat, and then 2 hours back, and then you spend an hour kind of glancing, looking at things, so on and so forth. And this tour was, to me, my top favorite tour thus far. The scenic views were absolutely stunning. They gave you clam chowder. They gave you some chili as well if you wanted that instead while you were on the tour. They gave you a rundown of just different historical things and things to know. The guy, John, who was doing the tour, was very knowledgeable. And I just think it was such an amazing experience. If you find yourself in Ketchikan, this is one of those that if you have 5 to 6 hours, I completely recommend. And I know that they do bear tours and things of that sort. I don't know how those work, but they did an amazing job on this tour. And if you're here, this is my #1 pick. If you're going to be here for a longer period, go check it out. The second tour that I was able to take that was a pretty good time, I would say, is the Bering Sea Crab Fishing Tour. Now, this one, it's a very different setup from the Allen Marine one, completely different. Allen Marine kind of had their seating on the inside. You can go stand on the deck, you view, like I said, they're doing commentary the whole way. This one was more of a fishing trip, if that makes sense. Now, with the fishing trip, you had the cages out in the water that they kind of go out, they pick up, they show you how they fish, they show you the process, they talk a bit about the process of fishing and just how they do it, what are things that are native to the lands, where they take the fish afterwards. And the boat itself is a very historic boat. It was on the Deadliest Catch, and so especially for people who like to watch TV and they used to watch that show, it's a cool experience. The seating is a very open manner, and it's just, I don't know, it's cool. They have different animals that they bring on top. I don't know if animals is the right word. Marine life that they bring on board, and you get to see, touch, feel, all that sort of stuff. Different crabs. I mean, it was pretty epic. So that's probably the second tour that I would say is pretty cool to see when you're on the island. And then the third one that I have is really Totem Bight. For me, Totem Bight was the epitome of serenity, beauty, history. I mean, it was stunning. There's another one up here that's called Saxman Totem, but I haven't been to that one yet. I'm assuming that one's just as nice, but the view is quite a bit different because it's a little bit closer into the city. But really, there's 2 different totem parks, clan houses that are on this island, and for me, I just think it's super cool to see. You see the way that they create these pieces and the history behind them, and just the stories that kind of go behind the clan houses and how they made them and what they would do in them. I mean, it was just, for me, seeing a clan house and kind of getting that opportunity to get that little bit of a history lesson, especially regarding the land and whatnot, totally worth it, totally enjoyable. That is definitely my third top thing to do when you're on the island, because get a history lesson, of course. Now, per se, you don't want to do any tours and you just kind of want to explore. Now, that is also an option that you do have, but when it comes to the island, there's a little bit of constraint when it comes to certain things. One is, I don't think there's Uber. I don't think that there's Lyft here. So you can't really drive places. You have to order a taxi. And so if you're looking for okay, I'm just going to free-nilly, I'm going to drop by, I'm going to be downtown, what can I do? Honestly, just walking downtown is pretty cool. You know, a lot of these shops only stay open for about a 6-month period, which is during the summertime. So if you come in the wintertime, you're probably going to get a completely different effect of Alaska. But if you come in the summertime, you'll be able to kind of walk through the streets. There's a lot of eclectic stores, shopping experiences, jewelry, trinkets, art, whatever you want. They have a bunch of stuff like that in downtown. There's also a very historic part of downtown called Creek Street that had a bunch of different history of people coming in, fishermen over the years. You can see a lot of salmon just chilling in the water, especially when you're in Creek Street. I was actually passing by yesterday and I saw some, what are they called? Some seals just chilling, and they were fishing, and I was like, wow, okay, you're fishing 9 o'clock at night, eating salmon, like, okay. So I mean, honestly, if you're just coming here and you don't want to do a tour, you just want to explore downtown, there's plenty of places to go check out. There's also a bus that kind of runs through the city that's like regular business hours. So if you did want to just take the bus, I believe it's only like $2 each way, and you can just take it and go wherever it stops, and that will probably take you to neighborhoods and things of that sort, so you get a nice little variety of things to kind of see along the way. But nonetheless, it'll be a nice time, and it'll be an experience to just kind of see different things and native life and all that sort of stuff. Much past downtown, there isn't much though. So I would say if you do come here, doing a float plane tour, doing on a nice day, doing like a boat tour, doing something of that sort, even like a walking tour and getting like the history lesson is totally worth it. There's a lot of cool little trinket things that you can see, and you could probably get a lot done within a day to like a week's time frame. It is a small island. There's one main road, maybe 18-mile stretch, maybe 30 tops, and that's it. So hopefully this helps you guys. If you guys are looking to come to Ketchikan, these are a few of the places that I would recommend to check out, and just kind of the way to go about it, because it is a very cute, eclectic place, and it's considered the first city. Self-proclaimed, maybe publicly proclaimed, I'm not too sure, but check it out if you get the chance. Hopefully this video was helpful to you guys, and be sure to check out the rest of my Ketchikan videos. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys in the next video.